the hell you sucking over there, dog?
Found a new
I'm
trick.
drinking my water.
Oh, hello.
Nah, you sucking something.
Oh god, he's realized his potential.
On a race car.
Man, he's a snake.
I taught him the forbidden hat.
Yeah, so what kind of case is this?
You'll be briefed on the details of the case once we get everyone together.
Alrighty.
Alright, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead
some
and, first things first, we're going to go one down the line here. I'm not going to talk about the details of the case. We're going to avoid that as much as possible. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys some preliminary questions, and then both of these gentlemen here, Corporal Foley from the LSPD and Mr. Tony Gandolfini here, will ask you gentlemen, we'll ask you guys some questions, and we'll screen you and make sure that you're all fit to serve on the jury, and then we'll get started, okay? Excellent. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps up my line of questioning. I'll go ahead
even
and
say
offer,
anything.
offer the floor. Who would like to go first? I don't.
I'll go first, sir.
Farley, was that you?
That was
Oh
me, sir,
yeah,
back
Farley.
here.
If you want to go ahead and start asking. Actually, you know what? I'll let you both go at the same time. Just make sure you can both hit everyone, unless you'd rather wait till you hear Corporal Farley's line of questioning, Mr. Gandolfini, or if you'd like to go first.
Yeah, Corporal Fowler can go first.
All right.
Oh,
So
my.
Corporal Farley, I'll go ahead and give you the floor and let you ask away. Just make sure you shout.
Alright, so let's start with the man in the the middle seat, right in front of me. What's your name again?
Me?
Nate? Nate Grella, correct?
No, me?
No, the gentleman
yes,
in the
actually-
Cluckenbell farm.
Well, nice to meet you, me.
Hello, me.
Oh, it's Ryan, bro.
My
What's
name is
going on,
me
me?
too.
Yeah, let's start with Ryan Grella. Hi, Ryan Grella.
Hey, you all know that song, Me?
Ryan, can you go ahead and stand for us just so we know that we know who's being addressed?
Yeah, please.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. You might want to flex your X muscle.
What?
Flex
Man, you
your
don't know how to
X
get out the
muscle.
seat, man.
Come on, me.
There
You've
you
got
go.
this.
Man, he don't know how to
got
get
it.
the hell out the seat.
Me.
Man, lose some weight, man.
Bruh.
Just flex your X muscle.
Oh.
God damn it,
He,
me.
he must love that seat.
Try.
Just knock him off.
There you go.
There you
There
are.
we go.
Thank you, Mr. Grella.
No problem.
Mr. Gandolfini, if you want to go ahead and take care of him.
Question that one?
Yeah, I think
Well, son,
Oh,
you might
shit.
want to.
Hey, turn that
Hey,
shit
Hey,
down.
Shit,
son.
sorry.
Hey,
son.
buddy.
Sorry, I'm trying to shout over the lewd film.
yeah. All right.
Sorry,
Hey, buddy,
sorry.
let's keep that out of the courtroom. All right.
My mistake.
Why are you doing that in front of 8 other
Man,
dudes?
I got bored.
I mean,
Come
I've
on
got
now.
to turn my
Weird,
volume
dude.
off before.
Just so we can keep this process moving slowly, Farley, if you want to ask like questions to everyone as a whole, kind of how I did to these 4 individuals with my questions.
Okay. So okay. So in that case, let's get a. Does everyone know how to raise your hand? Like, do you know how to point?
Yep.
With your beam muscle.
Yeah. Give me an example. Go ahead and put your hand in the air real quick. Just show me you know how to do it.
Wave around like I just don't
Hallelujah.
care, man.
Yeah, that works.
Hallelujah.
All right, so it looks like everyone does. So I'm going to be asking you questions that are going to be either a yes or no. You'll say yes by raising your hand. If you disagree, or your answer is no, then just leave your hand down. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Thank you. Who here has a positive view of the police? Okay. Who here believes that the police are typically just in their actions, or at least have the best intentions of the public in mind? Okay. Oh wow. 5 of you. That's awesome. I guess this is more of a. I need to reformulate this question a little bit, but who here believes that violence is not always the best response to something? Okay. To follow up with that, who here believes that murder could possibly be acceptable?
This guy over here, Jesus.
I have
So to
every
follow that
single-
up, that I'm interested, but we'll leave that for a future date. Who here who here believes that murder, or actually, let's refine that. Who here believes that attempted murder is generally unacceptable?
Only one of you think that murder is not okay.
I think I see 3 people, but
Yeah, I see three.
that raises some more questions.
It's an odd bunch.
All right.
Let's see. I can. Would it be acceptable to have Mr. Gandolfini go? I might need to think of like more questions, considering this
Yeah,
is
that's,
like
that's
a
fine. We can go until you guys are happy with it. Gandolfini, if you'd like to continue, you can go ahead.
Alright, I got a couple I can throw out here.
Now, mind you, gentlemen, just please be aware that Mr. Gandolfini does have an ankle and leg injury, and that's why he's laying down. And he's not
Now,
able to
does
walk at the
anyone
moment.
here
makes
believe that
sense.
police officers can ever act outside the law? That is to say, do you believe that there's ever a situation in which a police officer can break a law?
We'll see.
Legally, just so we're clear here, legally, or are they physically capable of doing so?
Legally, are they ever within legal rights to break laws in order to carry out their jobs? And gentleman in the yellow shirt raising your hand, would you like to clarify?
It all depends.
Depends on what exactly.
Who is the patron?
I'm sorry,
I
one
need-
more time.
Who is
I need more
the
specifics from
patron?
you. What I'm attempting to address is see whether or not you believe that police officers can do no wrong. Are there instances in which police officers can commit crimes in your mind?
We'll see. Yes.
Okay. Does anyone here believe that that is not true? That police officers are always justified in their actions in the service of the city? Oh, okay, very good. Does anyone here have any strong opinions on either Tesoro Imports or the Dobak Mechanic Shop? Does anybody here have any strong opinions on the car industry or vehicle industry within the city at all?
Like, what you mean?
I mean, do you have any opinions surrounding the industry that would be considered extreme, noteworthy, something you're passionate about?
Could you be a bit
Yeah,
more
we need
specific
more.
with the industry?
They're expensive.
Yeah, the car trade, whether buying and selling cars.
They're expensive.
Yeah, but do you believe that they're too expensive?
Nah.
Certain
I think they're
ones.
perfect pricing.
Just,
I think they're pretty
maybe a
good.
tad bit.
Yeah, they're pretty
Okay.
good.
It's just the gas.
Mr. Yellow Shirt, do you believe that they're too expensive?
Yes.
And whose fault
You
do
just
you
gotta
believe
work.
that is?
Mine, because I don't
His
want
own.
to work.
Okay.
It is.
Would you
Respect you first.
place any of that blame on the shoulders of the people selling the cars?
I place it on capitalism.
Okay,
Ration
fair
yourself.
enough.
Okay.
Get your lazy ass off your ass and work.
I
Exactly.
resign.
Now,
Okay.
next question. Does anyone here believe that injustice can be dealt with peacefully?
Injustice.
Yeah, does anyone here believe that there is a peaceful way to resolve instances of injustice?
Okay.
You, sir. You
Man, you-
believe that
Okay, just
you
so
believe
we're
that you
just
can?
so we're clear here,
Get
everyone
in my
who is not
dictionary right
raising
now,
their
man.
things thinks the only way to solve injustice is with violence and
Yeah, you know what? Let me frame the
I
affirmative
agree
in the
with
question.
that.
Can injustice only be dealt with aggressively?
We'll see.
Just raise your hand if you believe in that.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Do you believe that injustice can only be dealt with acts of violence? Okay, Mr. Yellow Shirt, would you like to clarify?
How do you mean?
Why is it that you
So-
believe that acts of injustice can only be dealt with acts of violence?
Because where I come from, that's how everything's handled.
Where is
Let
it
me
you
answer
come
that
from?
for him, man. Let me answer that for him. Someone try him up. He's not backing down.
Okay,
That's the way I
that's
was
all.
raised.
That's all fair enough. That's an instance of self-defense. But let's take for example an
Someone
unjust.
calling you a mean word.
Nah, I wouldn't say
Oh,
that
they
that's a
getting
good
their ass beat.
example, yeah. And I think
Yeah,
that a better
I'm no
example would be,
pussy.
let's say
I'll
that
fight.
somebody, let's say that somebody robbed your store. Do you believe
Okay.
the correct option would be to go to the police?
No.
Or would you round up some of your friends and hunt
Kinda-
the guy down?
I
Handle
will
that shit
put my gun
myself.
out and shoot.
Man, I'll fucking
Okay.
shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Hell yeah.
depends.
But you
Can we
would
get
do
a
that.
show of hands on that one, please?
Yeah, but you would do that before seeking any sort of legal aid.
Yes, I'd shoot first.
All right, now,
Okay.
If he's still on my
so we're
side,
clear, and
yeah.
we're not referencing stand your ground laws. You're not present at the time that they
Okay, never mind.
they stole things from
Okay,
your
yeah.
store,
See,
right?
that changes things.
Yeah,
I mean, if
guess.
I find out who it is, then
Yeah, so we're
Yep.
talking like, let's say
I
you're
got some
at
camera
home and then you come back to your store one day, it's been busted in and robbed. Do you go to
Man.
the police first, or do you just go hunt them down and try and kill
hell
them?
no. I go look at my cameras and hunt that motherfucker down.
All right, who said that? Raise your hand for me. All right,
I agree.
Okay.
go ahead, get off, Amy.
I agree.
What's up?
You can go ahead. I was just trying to clear things.
Okay. Does anyone here believe that there is a clear definition of good or evil? You there? Did you raise your hand?
Nah, I didn't mean to. My bad.
Nobody
Mr.
did?
Ryan? Ryan, did you raise your hand?
Oh no.
Okay. So just to be clear, everyone here raise your hand if you do not believe there is a clear definition of good and evil.
You think that good and evil does not exist?
No, it does not.
Okay,
then
please
your
raise your hand if you do not believe in the concept of good or evil.
All right, we're only getting answers from a few people here.
Yeah, those of you who did not raise your hand, I need you to clarify.
Okay,
You
so-
there in the black bandana.
So
Oh,
it
shit,
would
what
be
was that?
safe to say that everyone in the courtroom does not believe in good or
Alright.
evil.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
people-
let me ask the man who did not respond
All right, go ahead.
specifically. Mr. Black Bandana, do you believe that there is a clear definition of good and evil?
Yes.
Could you
I think-
could you describe that definition for me?
Are you talking to me or him, man?
I'm talking to the man in the black bandana.
The one raising his hand, right?
No, I'm talking
Oh,
to the
okay,
man
okay.
with the silver chain.
Yeah, it's a do-rag, man. But
I am not that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so could you elaborate as to what you believe your definition of good and evil is?
No, I can't.
good people,
why is
good
that?
people, evil people, man. Simple as it gets.
Agree.
And why
It depends which side
why
you're
can
standing
you
on,
not
though.
outline that for me?
Well, I mean, because good people can do evil things too, man.
Exactly.
True.
I'm asking the man in the do-rag.
I'm just answering for him.
No, I need him
Yeah,
to
well, we
answer
need
for
to ask
himself
him
because the whole point
individually.
is to.
Yeah, he pretty much said it.
Okay. So to be clear, the man in the do-rag and the man wearing the bandana, both of you believe that there exists a more complex definition of good and evil, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Now, does anyone here have any strong opinions about the Italian American community?
I like their pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, they-
Retweet.
Raise your hand if you believe that there is any element to the Italian American community that would either make them superior or inferior. No? Oh, okay. What's that? What's that hand? What's that for?
The culinary skill.
You believe that they are superior in their culinary capacity?
Have you ever had a Brooklyn style pizza?
I was born in Brooklyn. I've had more pizzas than you could fucking imagine.
I don't think that's true.
What the fuck you mean that wasn't true?
Did a lot of
You
work
see how
for my
old he is,
patron in
bud?
Brooklyn.
I was born in Park Slope, motherfucker.
Wow, I don't know where
Good
that is.
accent.
Man, your boy
Exactly.
had a pizza fight, son.
Alrighty, let's please continue.
Okay. Does the officer have any questions?
Yeah. Does anybody here have a personal relationship with either the Tesoros or Doback?
Does anyone here have a personal relationship with any member of the LSPD? What is your relation, sir?
Corporal Farley gave me a ride to the hospital.
It's not a
Are
relationship.
you, would you describe yourself as friends with Corporal Farley?
The slight connection we had, yes, I believe so.
Do you believe you are intimately close with Corporal Farley?
Absolutely not.
If Corporal Farley had committed a crime, how would that make you feel?
I would look down on him and wave my finger in front of his face and say, no, no.
Okay.
This is serious. Stop laughing.
I agree. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, if you gentlemen don't have
Yeah.
any further questions,
I have one last question.
Alright, go ahead.
Raise your hand if you agree with the following statement. The LSPD do not have a large enough presence in the city.
Sorry, could you
Okay,
repeat that
so
once
you
more?
believe, so anyone raising their hand believes that the LSPD should have a larger presence in the city.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yes.
Especially like during night times, like
Would
late
you like to
nights.
clarify as to why?
Because no
Hey,
one's ever here.
people get robbed.
Yeah.
Because you could get wrapped.
Yep.
Okay.
You know.
Do you
not
believe?
broken.
Raise your hand if you believe that the status of the LSPD currently is unsatisfactory. And why would you consider it to be unsatisfactory?
Because ain't enough.
Because there's not enough.
Oh no.
Nah.
Okay.
So it seems like
Two.
most people here agree that there needs to be a somewhat larger police presence in the
Yep.
city.
Yeah, we
Oh,
need
she's
more,
in
especially
luck.
for like the,
Yes, sir.
especially for like the late night shifts. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, if you gentlemen don't have any further questions.
I'm sort of running on empty. How about you, officer?
Yeah, I'm running on empty as well. I've never done.
Alright,
this
well, if you're
before.
both finished, what I'm going to have, Officer Moore, if you could step out with these gentlemen into the lobby for a moment, just keep them all there. We'll go ahead and I'll speak with with Mr. Gandolfini and with Mr. Farley, and we'll make sure that we can select 5 jurors, and we'll go ahead and proceed from there, alright?
Alrighty, guys, go out in the lobby.
Alright, Mr. Grilla?
Yep.
Alright, you are good to go, sir. I appreciate your time and you coming out here and serving your due duty as a citizen of Los Santos. I appreciate you.
Alright, thanks.
Yep.
Goodbye, me.
Alright, as for you gentlemen, I do have to ask, do any of you have felony convictions?
No, sir.
Nope.
No. Alright.
Yep, I do.
You who said that? Man in the white hat?
Nah, the bandana.
Oh yeah, bandana. I suppose it's a hood, not a hat. My apologies. But what crime were you? Yes, sir.
GTA.
Looking outside. Come outside.
That's my boy right there. Hell yeah, GTA.
All right,
My
and
girlfriend's car
It's
dog.
Armageddon outside. It's okay.
and how long ago were you arrested for Grand Theft Auto?
Shit, probably like 3 days ago. What you think, Troy? Like, how long ago? Yeah.
All right, what kind of car did you steal?
Shit, if I remember.
All right. You remember
yeah,
why you
I'm
stole the
not sure.
car?
Because I had nothing else to get through.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second then.
Is it Armageddon out there, Mr. Police Officer?
I'll see y'all boys later, dog.
It is, yeah.
Wait, I have a felony too. No, I'm just kidding.
So what is your felony charge for?
The GTA.
GTA. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go catch one real quick. That way I don't have to be here.
Yeah, right. Let's steal someone's car real quick.
GTA is nothing from where I come from.
We don't want to know where you come from.
It's best if I don't say.
From your mom's, for JJ. That's where you come from.
Anybody else recall
You can
the
think that if you want.
statement Mr. Gandolfini made about Este Guey over here? and
Este
his-
Guey.
Guey?
Guey.
Guey.
What was the statement?
He was talking about if he were to own a convenience store. I don't know how racially profiling that is.
Oh. Oh, looks like you're getting dismissed, bud.
Hell
Alrighty.
yeah.
Was it Marquise? Is that?
Yep, my dip.
All right, Marquise, you're also going to be go ahead. You're going to be
Hell yeah.
good to go. I appreciate your time
Son of
coming
a
out here.
bitch.
Yeah, see y'all motherfuckers later, man.
Bye, senor.
All right. As far as you gentlemen here, are you all going to be available about this time on Saturday? If you are not going to be able to make it on Saturday, I need you all to let me know in as much advance as possible. This is a very high-profile case, and this could last quite a while. So, please be prepped to be here for the trial. All right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I'll fill you all in on the details as the trial gets a bit closer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. And other than that, I think y'all are good to go. Okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, so I'll be here at Saturday at, we'll shoot for 8 p.m. right now. I'll update you if the date or time changes, okay?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Alright, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you.